I'm Katie Vasquez. She was a girl from Brooklyn, but Caitlin Bernhardt's parents say she wasn't your average teenager. She went out of her way to be kind to everyone she met. She was in the Rosary Club at school, and she battled a cancer that took her life with bravery beyond her years. Now it's those characteristics and more that are making people believe she could be a saint. Currents News' Jessica Easthope has the story from Mill Basin.
This is the last post on our Instagram. She made it for my birthday.
Ella Bernhardt just celebrated her 18th birthday.
And take care of Robert, Mommy, and Daddy.
For the last 5 years, the day has been bittersweet.
Happy birthday.
Just hours after her 13th birthday was over,
Happy birthday to you.
her older sister Caitlin was gone.
I still feel her around me, that she's here with us, and that just helped me to go to church, want to go to church even more and talk to God while also talking to Caitlin.
Caitlin was 15 when she died of cancer. What started as osteosarcoma became aggressive and spread. Caitlin's mom, Jennifer, says her daughter fought it with faith.
She didn't complain. She put on a face of bravery. She did continue her devotion to Mary. She spoke of heaven.
5 years without Caitlin means she's now eligible to begin the process of becoming a saint, an effort that's being spearheaded by people she touched in her lifetime and others she never met. Through prayer chants, a community of Christians thousands of miles away in India have built a school and grotto in her honor. They pray to Caitlin every day. She also has an unofficial miracle attributed to her by a family in New Orleans.
Olivia.
Back in Brooklyn, her family says she's already a saint. Caitlin's brother Robert can see why people call her holy.
It doesn't surprise me that she's still been able to answer prayers and been able to help people in ways that she was when she was on earth.
Every year, Caitlin's dad, Rob, plants a sunflower garden for her. He says she sends him signs all the time, reminders that though she's not here, her spirit still is.
To me, it's like I go into my garden and she'll visit me. I know she's still there. She's always around.
On the 5th anniversary of her passing, the street outside her home parish of St. Bernard's in Mill Basin was co-named Caitlin Bernhardt Way. Those backing Caitlin's cause for sainthood are awaiting the next official step, having her recognized as a servant of God by the Vatican. Jennifer says getting her name out there is the first part.
As long as we share signs, share miracles, it will happen. Maybe not in my lifetime, but it will.
And that one of Caitlin's official miracles could come to anyone. All you need to do is pray. In Mill Basin, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Caitlin's family has high hopes, but before that dream can become a reality, there's an official process, one that could take years. The first step, servant of God, starts at a diocese level. A bishop is petitioned to look into a person's life, and if they find enough evidence, they will send a formal request to the Vatican. If they are approved, the person is then a servant of God. After that, the person could become venerable. But first, their cause and all their evidence has to be reviewed and recognized by the Pope. Then here's the hard part, becoming blessed. The church has to approve a miracle attributed to the candidate's intercession, and those pushing for Caitlin's sainthood actually say they have a few that could help her cause. If they are recognized by the Vatican, Caitlin will be beatified and given the title of blessed. And finally, to be canonized a saint, yet another miracle has to occur, but this one after the beatification. Turning now to the Eucharistic Revival spreading around the United States, the Boy Scouts of Brooklyn and Queens are pledging their support. The Scouts are taking part in adorations and even receiving religious awards that help them learn about their faith and the Eucharist. Scouts are also being encouraged to attend the Revival's big event, the National Eucharistic Congress, happening next July. Pope Francis has also shown his support for the Revival. Recently, he met with the leaders of the campaign, including Tim Glemkowski, the executive director of that big summer event. He joins us now. Hi, Tim. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Well, Tim, you just had a private audience with the Holy Father. I'd love to hear more about it. What was the first thing you asked him about the Revival?
It was incredible. Yeah, we had a private audience in Rome with the Holy Father where he really shared his heart for this movement, an encounter with Jesus in the Eucharist that leads us on mission as a church. And his energy and enthusiasm were clear for the mission. It was an incredible moment.
And you actually invited the Pope to the Eucharistic Congress, and he has promised to send a delegate to celebrate the final Mass. Can you let us in on some secrets? Are there any big names we can expect?
Our really big kind of marketing blitz for the National Eucharistic Congress is in 10 days, or 6 days, I'm sorry, July 17th. So I don't want to get too far ahead of our teams, but what you can expect to see is some of the great speakers from a variety of different lay men and women, religious and bishops, priests, really prominent Catholics communicating the gospel and really inviting people to that personal encounter with Jesus in the Eucharist, musicians and breakouts. It's just going to be an incredible 5 days.
Oh, wow, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And this campaign is a long process, 3 years. So how do you keep people involved?
Really, we see this Congress as that moment that the energy of the diocesan and parish year led to, and then the third year, the year of mission, really flows from. And so I think there's more plans that are coming out soon that we're developing and that have been developed for what that third year is going to look like. But that's when really this becomes about how do we go and spread this encounter to people. We really believe that Jesus is the answer to every question and longing of the human heart. And who is going to, it's up to us, all of us as Catholics, to go and spread that word.
Oh, sounds great. Tim Glemkowski, the Executive Director of the National Eucharistic Congress, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And for more info and updates on the Eucharistic Revival and that Congress, just go to eucharisticrevival.org. Catholics in Brooklyn and Queens are preparing for their own diocese-wide revival event, and that's October 7th at Maimonides Park. The whole stadium will be filled with the faithful for family catechesis, a Eucharistic procession, and a Mass. And if you want to go, you can register at dioceseofbrooklyn.org and search Eucharistic Revival. From there, you can register to receive important updates for this special day. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Katie Vasquez. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.